Lifestyle business. Complete bullshit, right? You've probably heard of this term lifestyle business before, meaning it's any sort of business that you create to enable yourself or a group of people a certain lifestyle that you want alone. The question is, however, should lifestyle be the end goal of entrepreneurship? My name is Mike Partee, and welcome to the show. For today's show, I wanted to pose a question, which is lifestyle. Is it something that somebody should set as a goal, or should your lifestyle wants and needs be put secondary and focus mainly on creating a big business, serving as many customers as possible? Now, I wanted to bring this up because there has been like a growing trend that actually has been going on for a while in entrepreneurial circles about this notion of the lifestyle business, which I've said it before, but I'll say it again here. It's any sort of business that's created simply to enable somebody or a group of people a particular lifestyle that they want. Now, I am under the impression, based off my own personal experience, that I do not believe that the lifestyle should be the goal, but rather it should be a result of the actions that you take as an entrepreneur. I'm also under the impression that it's not very healthy for a newer entrepreneur to necessarily make the lifestyle put on the pedestal. Now, as we said in the last episode, some people go into business because they do generally want to improve the quality of their lives. Say, for instance, I might go into business because I want to make a higher rate. I want to be able to control my hourly rate. I want to be able to control how much I work. And, genuinely in my heart, there is something deep down that says, hey, you know what? I do want to create a better life for myself and a better life for my family and my friends and basically everybody that I care about. And, I'm not here to judge that either. I'm not here to say, oh, you shouldn't have those desires, because admittedly, I have those desires too. There's certain things that I want to satisfy from my own business. However, the question is should it be the goal? Now, like I said, this topic sort of came up because I was analyzing this, just thinking about the entrepreneurial space and what I think some people may find valuable in this podcast. And it's that the lifestyle business sort of sector of entrepreneurship, they're almost like the antithesis of what traditional entrepreneurship says, which is a business exists to serve customers, right? And you try to serve as many customers as possible. You try to reach as many customers at scale and genuinely affect as many lives as you want. You completely, almost to the point of just martyrdom, you completely take your own desires out of the equation and you simply just try to help somebody. And I wanted to bring this up as well, just because, from my personal experience, I am under the impression that a newer entrepreneur should, first of all, they could have those desires in their heart to create a better life for themselves, but entrepreneurship is predicated on you solving somebody else's problem, right? And when we set these goals, like say, for instance, in my own business, if I said that I only wanted to make $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 in a monthly salary, what I'm essentially telling myself is this is my max that I'm willing to put in. And based off of this arbitrary number of what I feel like my lifestyle should be like, that is the max that I'm willing to work. And that is the max that I'm willing to basically provide for my customers. In other words, like I'm looking at my potential customers, I'm looking at the market that I'm trying to serve. And instead of saying, hey guys, I'm here to serve all of you and to serve as many people as possible and to help as many people as possible. Instead, you're kind of like sitting back and you're saying, hey man, look, I'm only going to take a small part of the pie, just enough to kind of like give me this little comfortable lifestyle that I'm kind of like going after. See, I don't think that's right. And we could argue this in the comment section or whatever, but I'm under the impression that the lifestyle should always come second. The business should always come first. But see, it's funny. It's almost like there's a very strange gray area where I'm saying that, hey, look, it's almost as if in entrepreneurship, something to keep in the back of your mind is that in order to get what you want, the desires that you have in your own heart to improve the quality of your life, you got to be a martyr for your customers. You always got to be serving the customers that you're working with. You got to create something that is going to solve a lot of, in other words, you're basically, for a certain point of time, for a certain period of time, you will be sacrificing what you want at that moment to help somebody else. That's something that somebody should always keep in mind whenever they're setting their goals. So instead of setting lifestyle goals, for instance, and essentially capping the amount of success that you're willing to work for, what should you do instead? Well, personally for me, what I've decided to do instead is I do have basically lifestyle goals, but they're more so milestones. And in fact, I have a couple of different lifestyle goals / milestones that say like, look, I'm consistently growing my income. And once I hit X, Y, and Z mark, like say, for instance, I have like a goal that I expect based on sales this year or last year, I expect to be able to reach that goal in June. I will be able to say, hey, look, now I'm able to afford X amount for an apartment in June. And then my next milestone is I'm going to be able to afford, X amount for getting plane tickets and flying to South America in August or September, something along the lines of that. But the whole basis of this entire goal setting, right, is that I'm telling myself that I will grow, and it's not the end for me. It's not the end once I actually hit these lifestyle goals and achieve them. I need to consistently be growing because I want to serve as much of the market as I can. And I want to be a martyr for my customers. Like I just got to keep on growing, because even though I may hit some of these milestones that I have from growing, my wants are going to change. So even though I may hit my final milestone, I may be living a completely different life and say, hey, you know what? Like now that I'm actually here, like this is good, but what else can I do by making more? What else would I want to invest in if I decided to work harder for this? Maybe it's like I reach a certain lifestyle point, but I say, well, wait a minute. I've got this lifestyle, but I better protect my wealth. I better get some assets that'll be able to generate income so I can have this lifestyle for years to come for myself and my family. So there may be some other things I have to think about in regards to that. So where does this leave us? Hopefully this isn't too much of a ramble, but the point is that I wanted to make is that the lifestyle that you create is a result of your actions and not the goal. Trust me, whenever I've set goals for lifestyle decisions, not only do I not hit it, but I'm also limiting the amount of success that I'm willing to create for myself, and I'm limiting how much I'm willing to actually work for my customers. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody, but always remember where you're kind of sitting, where your mind is situated between what your own desires are and what your customers need. And never forget that. Hey, this is Mike again, and thank you again for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you liked it, make sure you leave a comment, and also if there's anything that you feel like I need to improve on, please leave a comment as well. I want to thank everybody in the Fastlane forum that left their valuable feedback. I've implemented some of the changes that you guys have mentioned in this episode of the podcast, and hopefully the only other thing I need to fix is my rambling voice. So there you go. Thank you, Andy Black. Thank you, Max Boost. And thank you to whoever else I forgot at this point. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Mike Partee signing off.